Shalom. I'd like to start off by saying Kal Halal Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai Bahashim Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone and to the hopeful elect pushing his word in truth and sincerity across the four corners of the earth. This lesson is titled The Enemy Approaches, because enemy is Esau, and they're speeding up what they're doing, speeding up their program that they have, their plan that they have. As you can see, they're getting even nervous, which is why they're increasing the rate of everything, like the coronavirus thing, fad, because it's just a smoke screen for them to push the chip. Right now, I think Trump, I was just reading an article that Trump just, I think, initiated or agreed to put up the 5G network, which is also part of their plan, right? So like they're approaching. It's like when you're in war, you watch those war movies, and you're fighting with your men, but then the enemy's slowly approaching on you, right? Now, in a lot of those movies, they couldn't see that enemy was approaching, so they got swarmed and they died. They got killed. This movie, we already have a warning. We had a warning before we were even in that battle that the enemy was going to approach the way they were going to approach. All right, so we're already aware, but we still have to go to war. So we're still going to be in that same position of being, surrounded, but we know the enemy's approaching, right? And we know what's going to happen, so we're not afraid because we know we're going to be saved, right? Most High's going to put a standard, up against them. So we're going to start off in 2nd Ezra's in the Prophetica, chapter 15, verse 17. 2nd Ezra, chapter 15, verse 17. A man shall desire to go into a city. So, it's happening right now. People, actually, it's not happening, I'm in Canada, it's not happening right now, this moment, but it is starting to slowly come to play. But already in America, I think I was reading an article, I was watching a lesson of Apostle Gabar. He was talking about how New Yorkers that are trying to go into Rhode Island, I believe, they are if you're trying to drive, because apparently there's a highway 95, and that's the only highway that leads to everywhere else, right? So you have to go through there to go to other places. So people that are trying to drive through are being stopped, right? They're being stopped and being checked, right? They're asking, like, what is your business here? Are you stayed in the city, like Rhode Island, or are you going to somewhere else, like somewhere else, Massachusetts or something like that, right? And say if they're going somewhere else, they let them go. Now, how they let them go, I have no idea, because I don't know how they would know if they actually stay to their word and actually go about their way. Maybe they have a truck follow them. I have no idea. But then the people that say they're staying, they have to be quarantined for 14 days, right? Like, they will be quarantined for 14 days. Not whether they're going to ask them to be quarantined. They're going to make them be quarantined. They're going to quarantine them. And, like in the article, they don't say how they're going to quarantine them. It might be in a concentration camp, Walmart, whatever, at home. They don't really know how they're going to do that. And also, what they're also doing is that they're hunting down people, New Yorkers that are in Rhode Island. They're actually going door to door and hunting them down and forcing them to be quarantined. So the liberties are being taken away. So, back to the scripture. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able to. Or not, shall not be, and shall not be able. Right? So it's starting to happen already. That's the first thing. And even after that, we read in 18, because of their pride, the cities shall be troubled. So that's what's happening right now. These cities are starting to get in trouble. Because these Rhode Islanders, this example that I'm using, they're troubled because we don't want the coronavirus here. Make sure you get those New Yorkers out of this city, etc., etc., etc. Right? Their houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. Because eventually, houses are going to be destroyed, because they're going to break into these houses, ransacking, like I said, and look for these New Yorkers or other people that are hiding in those cities. And that's what we're talking about. This city, it's going to spread everywhere. Because I remember Apostle Gabar was saying that Esau's all about gradualism. They gradually implement things, right? Slowly but surely, they will gradually. First it starts in one city, then it starts in another, then it starts in another, then it's the whole country, right? This is going to be in a new world order, right? They might as well get used to it. It's going to be coming here too in Canada. Everyone thinks because they're in Canada, well, I'm not worried. I don't have to worry about that. It's going to come here too, right? And men shall be afraid, because a lot of men are going to be afraid. So-called men. Not really men. Only men are the men of the Lord. But the so-called men of this world are going to be afraid, right? I mean, some brothers might get a little worried, but like, all you have to do is fear the Most High, follow the commandments, and you have to just keep doing that. Because you already know He's going to save you. He's going to take care of you. So we're going to go to Isaiah 59. One good thing is that the weather is getting nice. I like it. You know, you get the birds chirping. It's nice weather. Now, how long we're going to have this nice weather for, I don't know. But everyone's complaining about this whole corona thing, blah, blah, blah. The good thing is that it seems like nature's starting to reset itself. Right? Which is good. You need a break of fucking heathens destroying the planet. Isaiah 59 and 19. So shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come into the west, we're in the west. Right? Slack up. So I'm just seeing. They fear the name of the Lord, the name of Yahweh from the west. That's already happening. And his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood. So when the enemy is Esau. Esau is the enemy to the elect. And the heathens, right? Other nations, but more importantly Esau, because it's Esau's kingdom. So Esau is the enemy, right? It's Jacob and Esau, right? So the enemy shall come in like a flood. So the reason why I read this, because also in that same lesson I was watching from Apostle Gabar, you know, he was talking about it was actually another brother, I think in Las Vegas. He put up a video and it was about a standing army. So Trump initiated a standing army, I think 100 million soldiers to help fight this corona thing, right? And standing army is not a good thing, because, for example, if you've watched the movie is Colony on Netflix, watch that movie Colony, and that's what a standing army is, right? And you understand that. But basically, it's not a good thing. So the enemy shall come in like a flood. So that's what's happening. You got 1 million soldiers. That's right now. He only has 1 million. I know he might get more after. Right? And they're slowly creeping around because they're slowly approaching. Because now you have the standing army. Okay, so now they're walking around about in the city, you know, making sure. Like, it's gonna get to the point where they're gonna watch you when you're pumping your gas. They're gonna watch you when you go to the grocery store, something like that. They're gonna have army soldiers doing that. Right? That's what standing army is. If you don't know. Like I said, watch the movie Colony. Sorry, not the movie, the show Colony, and you can get a taste of what a standing army is like. Right? And she'll come in like a flood. So, the reason why they come in like a flood, because a flood slowly approaches. So now you got the standing army, just by a whistle blow, or a blow of a whistle, they can, boom, they're back into attack mode, so to speak. And they're already there. It's not like they have to come from their base, you know, with their trucks and then get there. They're already at their base is your city, right? And when like a flood, you can't really do anything when a flood comes. You could see it coming, somewhat, but you know, there's not really much you can do. It has only a spiritual power can stop you from dying from that flood, right? That's funny. That's through the Spirit. The Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him. Right? So the Most High is going to lift up a standard against him, against Esau, the enemy. Right? So that's the only way you're gonna be saved from this enemy, from Esau, is Most High. Right? He's gonna lift up his standard against Esau. Right? So you have to believe in Most High, you know? Yeah, it's on that one. Then we're gonna go to Malachi. Last time. Malachi chapter 1, verse 11. I'm sure that's right. Yeah. Malachi chapter 1, verse 11. For from the rising of the sun even unto the going down of the same, my name shall be great among the Gentiles. Right? So even among the Gentiles, Most High's name can be proclaimed. Right? Everyone's going to know the Most High's name. You're going to know Yahweh's name. Yahweh Hashem Yahushai's name. And in every place incense shall be offered unto my name, and a pure offering. For my name shall be great among the heathen, say the Lord, saith Yahweh of hosts. Yeah, so even they're going to be offering like incense, offerings, right? I wouldn't say sacrifices. I don't know if you want to use the word sacrifice, but just offerings to the Most High, right? Even the heathen. Keep reading. So everyone's gonna know. Everyone's gonna know Yahweh Hashem Yahushai's name. Verse 12. But ye have profaned it, in that ye say, the table of the Lord is polluted, and the fruit thereof, even his meat, is contemptible. Ye said also, behold, what a weariness is it, and ye have snuffed at it, saith the Lord of hosts, and ye brought that which was torn, and the lame, and the sick, thus ye brought an offering. Should I accept this of your hand, saith the Lord? But cursed be the deceiver, which hath in his flock a male, and voweth, and sacrificeth unto the Lord a corrupt thing. For I am a great king, saith the Lord, Yahweh of hosts. My name is dreadful among the heathen. So I'll read it again. So verse 12, but ye have profaned it, in that ye say, the table of the Lord is polluted. So people have profaned it are basically people on this planet. They profane the Most High's name, right? And they're saying the table of the Lord is polluted. So really, we're thinking like this: the table of the Lord is, GMS, right? The Hebrew Israelites. There's the most, not the Most High, but the people of this world. They try to demonize the men that are doing the work. So they're saying that the table of the Lord is polluted, and the fruit thereof, even his meat, is contemptible. So they're saying everything, like basically the meat, because his first fruits are the elect. So the only men that are potentially one of the elect are only men that are actually doing the work to be one of the elect are, the Hebrew Israelites, and more specifically GMS, right? We're going to talk about GMS because that's the only ones that have the 100% truth. So, that ye have profaned it, in that ye say, the table of the Lord polluted, and the fruit thereof, even his meat, is contemptible. So now you got the heathens and the people of the world saying this stuff about the Most High's fruit and his meat and his table. Ye said also, behold, what a weariness is it, and ye have snuffed at it. Yep, they snuffed at it. You got scoffers. Saith the Lord of hosts, and ye brought that which was torn, and the lame, and the sick, thus ye brought an offering. Should I accept this of your hand, saith the Lord? Right? Read that again. Ye said also, behold, what a weariness is it, and ye have snuffed at it, saith the Lord of hosts. And ye brought that which was torn, and the lame, and the sick, thus ye brought an offering. Should I accept this of your hand, saith the Lord? So it's basically saying that, they would snuff at those men. They snuffed at the Most High's table, his meat, his fruit, right? right? And saying it's contemptible. But then they bring what is torn and the lame and the sick and thus say they didn't say that they bring that as an offering to the Most High. And the Most High is like, should I accept this of your hand? Right? Who are you? You just laughed at the Most High's table and said that his stuff is polluted, the fruit thereof, the meat thereof is polluted. But then you bring something lame, torn, and you're saying this is the offering, and he's supposed to accept it from you? Who are you? Who are you to the Most High? You heathens. Who are you to the Most High? Who are you to the Most High? Right? But cursed be the deceiver which hath in his flock a male, and voweth and sacrificeth unto the Lord a corrupt thing. Right? So be cursed, but cursed be the deceiver. So the deceiver, right? Usually the deceiver is Esau, but anyone that's heathen, deceiver, anyone that's going against the Most High, is trying to, you're a deceiver. Because you're going against the truth. So you're lying. You know? Which hath in his flock a male, and voweth, I could be pronouncing that wrong, and sacrificeth unto the Lord a corrupt thing. For I am a great king, saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts, and my name is dreadful among the heathen. Yeah, his name is dreadful because you mess with the Most High, he destroys you. He will destroy you. You mess with his people, he will destroy you. Now, 2/3 are heathens right now, so it's only the 1/3, which is the elect. So if you mess with the elect, the Most High is going to fuck you up. He's going to fuck you up. Those are first fruits. All right? Now we're going to go to Revelation 12. And 12. I read up to 17. Revelation 12 and 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you. Did I miss one? No, I didn't. Okay. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down to you. So the devil is Esau, having great wrath, because he knoweth that ye have but a short time. So the devil, Esau, knows he has a short time, right? And you know this, you're saying woe to the inhabitants of the earth and the sea. So you guys are getting woes because like destruction's coming. Destruction to you people. For the devil's come down unto you, having a great wrath, because he knows that he hath but a short time. So he knows he has a short time, which is why he's increasing his pace with everything, right? He's increasing his pace. He's, the times are being shortened. He's already building these concentration camps. Now you got the 5G. Trump just initiated that. I think that was today. Now you have the standing army. War is around the corner. We're already in war, really. It's going to hit the climax. All right? We're already in war. We've already been in war. Now we're just going to hit the climax. Yeah, Esau knows he has a short time. He knows. They know the scriptures, Like, people, they know the scriptures. Whether they don't believe in the Most High, but they know the scriptures. So it's funny, it's really twisted because they're like, I don't believe in the Most High, but I know these scriptures, so I'm going to fight against the Most High, even though I don't believe in him. Right? Because they're prideful. So they think that if they do certain things, right, if they speed up the time, which is messed up, because they know the scriptures, but they feel like if they start to increase the pace of everything, put it fast, and it's like they get one over the Most High. Oh fuck! It's so funny. It's pride. Pride makes you blind like that. And they always say, the Most High says, before destruction. Yeah, before destruction is pride. Yeah, before you destroy, you're prideful. That's what Esau is. Esau's fucking prideful. So you can only imagine their destruction it's going to be. Verse 13. And when the dragon saw that he was cast onto the earth, he persecuted the woman, and which brought forth the man child. So the woman is Israel, right? And even further, the within Israel, the elect. So the dragon is Esau, right? Saw that he was cast onto the earth. He persecuted the woman, right? The woman, and right, and the woman is Israel, because they always say daughters of Zion, right? Right. And bridegroom and the bride, right? It's all parabolic speaking. Saw that he was cast onto the earth. He persecuted the woman, and which brought forth the man-child. So the man-child is Yahushai, right? And when Yahushai comes here, right, that's when he's brought forth. We're waiting. But so they're trying to persecute us, the women, right, before Yahushai gets here, because they think that's going to stop him from getting here. Right? They're going to disrupt the process. And to the woman were given 2 wings of a great eagle, that she might fly into the wilderness, into her place where she is nourished for a time and times and half a time from the face of the serpent. And the serpent is also Esau. Right? Right? And the serpent cast out of his mouth water as a flood. Right? So the serpent, Esau, cast out of his mouth water as a flood. So the whole flood I was talking about earlier, right? The enemy comes in like a flood. Right? After the woman. So after the elect, right? That he might cause her to be carried away of the flood. Right? So, it's funny. So the serpent, which is Esau's, casting out water as a flood. The water, we think of it as his army, right? As a flood after the woman. So after Israel, really after Israel, right? Because even they don't know who the elect are. They have an idea, right? They know who are watching videos and stuff like that, but they don't know who the elect are. They don't. How would they? Right? After the woman. Right? So the woman is Israel, though, and within Israel is elect, that he might cause her to be carried away of the flood. So that he might cause her to be carried away with the flood. So Esau's like, well, if I get up all these Israelites, put them in cages or whatever, concentration camps, I will get the elect with them, because elect are Israel, right? So if I do that, because they don't know. Esau doesn't know who the elect are. Even the elect don't know who the elect are. They have an idea, they have an idea within, you got the apostles and everything. They have an idea who potentially are the elect, but at the end of the day, we don't know, which is why we always say, Lord willing, that we're one of the elect, because we don't even know. We don't even know. So we don't know. What do you think? You think Esau's going to know? Esau's not going to have that information. It's only the Most High. Yahweh Shem Yahushai they have that information. So Esau doesn't know. So Esau's like, well, if I get all these Israelites, right? It's just like trying to catch fish. You're trying to catch a specific fish, right? A very golden, perfect fish, right? The prime fish, but there's other fishes. You can't really, it's hard to pick because you don't know. It's hard to disguise. So if you just throw a big net and try to catch all of them, the theory is that you'll catch that special fish within those fish, right? So that's why Esau's coming in with the flood, because he's trying to get everyone. And the elect, most importantly. Right? Right? And the earth helped the woman. And the earth helped the woman, and the earth opened up her mouth and swallowed up the flood, which the dragon cast out of his mouth. So, and the earth helped the woman, and the earth opened her mouth and swallowed up the flood, which the dragon cast out of his mouth. So it was just talking about a standard being put up, right, to stop Esau, right? And the earth helped the woman. So Yahweh Bashir Shai helps the woman, right? Yahweh helps the woman, and the earth opened her mouth, right, and swallowed up the flood, right? Because Most High is going to put up that standard when that flood comes to protect the elect, right? Which the dragon cast out of his mouth. You see, dragon, serpent, it's interchangeable because it's the same. And the dragon was wroth with the woman and went to make war with the remnant of her seed. So there you go. So the woman is Israel, right? And the remnant of her seed, the remnant is the elect, which keep the commandments of Yahweh and have the testimony of Yahweh Shai HaMashiach. Right? There was more precepts, but that's got straight to the point. It's just Most High is going to protect you. All you have to do is follow the statutes and commandments of the Most High, fear Him, and keep doing the work. Because famine of the word is right around the corner. Right? Just don't lose faith. Keep doing the work, and work out your salvation. Right? Like to close off. Actually, before I start, I hope this video was edifying, and if any brothers that watch my lessons, if you feel like there's something a correction, just let me know. Right? Because we're all trying to get better in this truth. Right? Kal Halal Yahweh, Ba Hashem Yahweh Shai, Ba Hashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone and to the hopeful elect pushing His word in truth and sincerity across the four corners of the earth. Death and destruction to His wicked kingdom, and 2/3 as well. Kwam Yasharala, Abagabal, Shalom.